Howdy. What's up, guys? It's Tuesday. We're back. And we're finally going to be finishing our main character auto build judgments today. We have one left. It is the Shaman. I do have a little bit left of my breakfast to finish off, so we will be doing that as well. A little bit of a change of plan. I originally was thinking about starting the AT-AT build today. And then I realized I don't really have a good setup to, like, show the actual building of it. So while I figure that out, well, until I figure that out, we're going to go through the companion auto builds as well. So, today, we're going to be going over the Shaman, a 4-star difficulty in build, in this auto build. Alright. So first off, we're an ASMR. Second off, we are an ASMR. Is there a better... So I know that Shaman are... This seems to be a strength-based Shaman. Okay. Do strength and charisma... Are Shaman level... They are full casters. Okay. Hey, what's up, Afro? We don't know what oblate we're getting. We don't know which oblate we're getting. And we are at ASMR, so we do have a +2 to charisma, so there is that as well. If you were to go a dex-based Shaman, you could do Plumkith for dex and wisdom. I'm not entirely sure if there is a better... I mean, Angelkin, if you wanted to go strength. Does Shaman use charisma at all? I don't know enough about Shaman to really say. Let's see if any of this stuff... Shaman's wisdom mod... Nothing about that there. Oh, yep. Oh, why is my chat over here not keeping up? There we go. Yeah, so the battle spirit, which is apparently what we're picking, does scale with charisma. So there is a bit there. And it is a morale bonus on attack and weapon damage rolls, which actually doesn't help basically at all. Right? You're gonna have a morale bonus if you have any kind of spellcaster. Speaking of, do you learn heroism? No, you do not, unless it's a level 2 spell. Or maybe level 4. No. So Shaman themselves do not learn haste, or not haste, heroism. Just going through one more time just in case I'm blind as fuck. Nope, not today. I actually got it right. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's 7 intelligence. So yeah, Angelkin could be useful. Plumkith could also be useful if you were to swap this strength into dex. But let's see what we're doing here. So Acolyte. Wisdom instead of charisma while attempting persuasion checks. Cammy build. Look, I don't know much about Cammy. Most of what I've seen of her is from the back. But, I don't know if we need 18 wisdom. Right? Like if we're looking at a melee, especially if we're going fucking heavy armor, what the hell? This is the first feat that you pick? We'll deal with that in a minute. If we're going to melee attacker, we're not going to be going for like offensive spell use, right? And if we're not going for offensive spell use, we don't need an 18 wisdom to start. We only need to get up to a 19 wisdom by the end so that we can use all of our spell slots. So I think we could probably drop this down to like a 15. Drop the wisdom down to a 15, get the strength up to an 18. I really don't like intelligence being this low. I really hate only having one skill rank per level on my MC, but that's a personal thing on my end. Oh, hey, look, we're not even using the persuasion that we get from... Okay. Lore religion. So why do we have the oblate? Why do we have the acolyte? Adds persuasion, lore religion we already had. Can use wisdom instead of charisma relative to persuasion checks. So again, this is a completely RP based background. It doesn't make any mechanical sense whatsoever. Does not help you at all. Because this competence bonus on acolyte, like this competence bonus is going to get overwritten as soon as you get any item that gives you a boost to lore skills, which there's a lot of them. There's a lot of items that give you bonuses to lore and knowledge skills. Can only get better from here. We've seen them not, right? So heavy armor, if we're going heavy armor, I will say that only having a 12 dex is good. Maxes out full plate, right? So, like, but Jesus Christ. Heavy armor right off the bat. Do you even get that much heavy armor like that early? Because you're not going to get any naturally because this class does not normally have heavy armor. Like, you don't actually get access to heavy armor. Yeah, it's mostly like light and medium armor. And you also have another heavy armor using character in the beginning party, meaning you're going to be fighting for that heavy armor between her and Sela. So higher, like, guaranteed competition and a lower supply. This is not great. This is not great for a first level. Like, if you want to go heavy armor, I'm not innately against it, but I would not take it at level 1. At level 1, I would take something like power attack or warrior priest. Get that bonus to initiative. I wouldn't take warrior priest at level 1. That's stupid. Never mind. Ignore that. Power attack if you're going strength. Weapon focus. Where is weapon focus? What the fuck? Wait. Oh, we can't even take... Okay, never mind. Apparently we can't get weapon focus. You need 1 BAB to get it. I did not even know that. I have never... How did I not know that? I probably did at one point and just completely fucking forgot. Holy shit. I have never seen weapon focus grayed out. mainly because I've never looked for it this early. But yeah, get you some power attack in your life, people. Jesus Christ. Power attack is really good, and it opens up so many feats. There's absolutely no reason not to get it, and there is definitely reasons not to get heavy armor. No martial weapons proficiency. That's also a thing. It is one that I tend to downplay a bit. Just because I don't think about it too much. But yeah, not having martial. Well, okay, wait. Can you get exotic without martial? You can. It just says that you need a BAB of 1. So yeah, we could skip straight past martial. Like, if you're gonna get martial or exotic weapon proficiency, I would honestly get exotic. Because the exotic weapons are just better. Like, a lot of the exotic weapons have bonuses that are just not available to martial weapons. Strong two-handed weapons that have 18 to 20 crit ranges, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, just skip to 5. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I would probably take power attack level 1 and then like exotic weapon proficiency at level 3 and get a Fauchard. But battle, okay, so this is the thing. I don't really know. Isn't rapier simple though? I don't know. Here, let's find out. Pathfinder rapier. No, it is martial. Rapier is martial. The reason that Camelia can use rapier I think is because of her background, actually, because she's a noble. Nobles get access to rapier. So if we go back here, I think she's a courtier. Yeah, I think she's a courtier. Persuasion, trickery, proficient with rapiers and bucklers. So that's why Camelia can use that. It's like, yeah, I don't think that rapier is simple. It's light. It's not simple. All right, so you said that nature is better. Is it better because you get a companion animal at level 16? Fuck that. Let's wait the entire game to get an animal companion. Nah, I'm gonna pass on that one. Is that really? Yeah. Like, I love me some animal companions. I would not wait for level 16 to get one. That's a bit excessive. Gain scars from every wound she takes. Pay to respec at 18? Yeah. Hey, Lord Bovin, what's up, my dude? Like it for bark skin too? Yeah, but you can get bark skin from other sources. Like, worst case scenario, you can get it from scrolls, right? Even if you don't have anybody else to do it. Well, hello, Shelby. You gonna come up and say hi to everybody? Let's move this down. Let's get this out of here. Get this out of the way. There we go. All right, so what all does this do? It gets us a +1 up to a +3 morale bonus at level 16 on attack and damage rolls. Heroism does that, but better. Enemies Bane. Don't take toughness without me. I will do my best. I will do my best to not take toughness. I promise. Like, lasts for 1 minute. The weapon already has the Bane special weapon ability. Okay. So level 8 she gets Bane. That's sorry. That's actually pretty decent. Combines the effects of enlarged person and divine power for 1 minute. Shaman can use this ability a number of times per day, equal to 3 plus for charisma mod. Okay. I'm actually alright with that. Monkey familiar, why? This doesn't even make sense from an RP standpoint. Why would you have a monkey familiar as an acolyte? Like, obviously the best familiar is hair. Like, unless you're going for a very, very specific build, monkey because why not? Monkey because why not? Because it doesn't boost the fucking skill. The one skill that you have, it doesn't boost. This is a completely wasted choice. Like, you could have a lizard familiar. That's natural armor, so it gets overwritten, like, immediately. Jerboa is actually really good on if you get a familiar somehow on a cavalier. Because you could... Oh, no, wait. It's ranks in athletics, right? Or is it your actual athletics skill that gets added to your charge attack damage? I can't remember. It's been a long time. Overall, hair is easily the best because it's a +4 untyped bonus. It is ranks. Okay. So then never mind. Jerboa is not as useful. Lore nature. Is there a lore religion one? No. So there's literally no reason for this class to take anything but hair familiar here. Unless you want to get a boost to saves or something. Or you want to get +3 hit points. I'm actually surprised they didn't go for fucking chicken. But yeah, hair or any of the save. Fucking monkey's just a waste. Why would you do that? That's so stupid. Not kidding. What'd they do? They did it dumb. Surprisingly enough, they did it dumb. So yeah, level 1, I'm incredibly unimpressed. I am very, very unimpressed at this level 1. A wasted feat. I would say a pretty good spirit. I like the battle spirit from what I've seen. The level 1 ability is kind of bad, but honestly, from level 1 until you start getting heroism, it is actually pretty nice to be able to have that morale bonus. Monkey familiar is completely wasted. You have an almost useless skill. Your stat spread is a little bit weird. There's a lot of weirdness here. There's a reason you've never seen the monkey animal pet. It's because it's garbage. It's a bad one. All right. Hey, look at that. We're still picking lore religion. And we get ice plant. I actually like the ice plants one quite a bit. Especially because of the ring that you get early on that doubles this bonus, right? You just get this. I don't really know, like, okay, so what... for a number of rounds equal to the Shaman's wisdom mod. Okay. You could do... Oh, yeah, these are basically... Yeah. So these are hexes. Okay. Yeah, this seems to be intended to be a tank character. Battle Master is really good later. I wouldn't pick it right now. I honestly, I would probably wait until level 8 to pick this one, because the amount, like, an extra attack of opportunity each round isn't really going to help us that much on this build, I don't think. Battle Ward, +3 deflection bonus toward a creature's AC. Attack, deflection bonus reduced. Yeah. Bonus reaches 0 after 24 hours. At 8th level, increases to 4, 16, 5. Okay. Okay. I would probably pass on Battle Ward for now. I think Ice Plant is just better because it's consistent. It's passive, so you don't have to worry about activating it and deactivating it and dealing with that, toggling it, and all that stuff. Which I feel is actually pretty important. But yeah, I would probably, I don't know how I feel about Battle Ward. I think it's okay. It's just the fact that it like it's got that mirror image effect, right? Where it gets worse the longer things go. Because like as soon as you get hit, it gets worse, and if you get hit again, then it gets worse, and you're more likely to get hit again, right? But I mean, wait. It's a 15% chance. Yeah, it's a +3 to start. So it is a 15% lower chance for you to be hit when you use it. How long does it last? Or after 24 hours. Okay. So once you turn it on, it's just there. It's just there. That's good at least. But yeah, Ice Plant I think is like probably the best one to pick at level 1 or at level 2. Sorry. You gotta be fucking kidding me. We don't have perception, you dumbass. I actually can't believe they did that. The only time that we've seen something like this is on the Bard, and they would waste the Bard talents on this shit. And they did it twice. They took skill, focus, perception, and was it keen eye or keen sense, whatever the fuck. The other one that gives a bonus to perception, I can't remember the name of it. But holy fuck, you're second feat and you take alertness on a class and a build that doesn't have any ranks in perception. What the hell are you people doing? All right, we're off to a great fucking start. So we are boosting wisdom. We are boosting wisdom on a melee character, so that our offensive spell casts while in combat, while we are in melee combat, can go off better, I guess. Can't tell I'm not a fan. I really hate that we are boosting wisdom here. We should only ever be boosting strength on this build. Protective luck. Really shit until we get chant. After we get chant, it's a bit better. Oh boy. All right. I actually probably would have taken Battle Ward here, honestly. I don't know. Disadvantage is actually really powerful. I think this is fine. It's just useless until we get chant. Right? Because it's only one round. Holy fucking Christ. Okay. Well, there you go, Afro. We waited. We waited until you got back, but we got there. We got there. Holy shit. This build has done nothing. I would like to point out, this build has done literally nothing except defense. Heavy armor focus, ice plant, protective luck, and toughness. I'm not even counting this as a thing. This does not exist. This is not a thing. It's not real. We're just going to ignore this for the rest of the build. We're not even going to reference it anymore. Because it just makes me that upset. It like, legitimately upsets me that that is in this build. Hey, look at that! Level 7! We finally get something useful. We finally take a useful feat at level 7. I would like to point out that the game, like the auto build, will allow you to take 2 mythic ranks at this point. At level 7, it will allow you to take 2 mythic ranks, meaning you are supposed to be, or you are estimated to be, at the Lost Chapel at this point in your playthrough. Meaning that this build has gone all the way through Canabras and has almost made it to Dresden before it takes any offensive abilities whatsoever. I would just like to make sure that that is pointed out. I would just like to make sure that everybody is on. Hey, look, another defensive thing. Oh, another +2 deflection bonus to AC and +2 resistance bonus on saving throws. I guarantee you we have a +2 cloak on. Actually, no, there's a cloak that is Shaman specific, right? I can't remember when you get it, but I think that there's a relatively early game that's Shaman specific, relatively early game cloak that's Shaman specific, but I can't remember if it does also have the resistance bonus on or not. Oh, you can't even use it on yourself. Yeah, I just got to that point too, man. I don't think you have +3 or better deflection rings yet. You might not even have +3 cloaks yet, so this might actually be worthwhile if you're trying for more defense, but like, we've already got protective luck, we've already got ice plant. I would really like, especially now that we have the level 8 version of Battlemaster where we get weapon specialization. This is the front line. You'll be about to get a +4 ring once you take Dresden. Yeah. But that is once you take Dresden. We haven't even started Dresden yet in this, like, theoretical playthrough. Yeah, I guess. I get. Like, this build is doing nothing. You have Dresden at level... You would be really close. I think you get level 8. Yeah, Lost Chapel is literally the last thing you do before the Siege of Dresden. Oh, hey, armor focus. Armor focus. We got to get that. Fuck's sake. We are now level 9, and we have 1 offensive ability in this entire build. We have 1 offensive skill taken in this entire build. And we're boosting, and remember, we are boosting our wisdom. We are boosting our wisdom here. I hate this. I hate this build. I hate this build. This build is trash. Doesn't do anything. So here's... I don't know if I've ever actually gone into why I hate full defensive builds like this. But I'm going to talk a bit about it now because we have 1 class to get through in 3 hours. So we can take time to talk about things. Full defensive classes don't actually help you that much because what's going to end up happening, and this especially happens in like actual tabletop gameplay, less so in video games. It's more easily controllable in video games than in actual tabletop, but it also applies in video games as well. Eventually, the enemies are going to just kill off the rest of the party. It doesn't matter how tanky this character is if they don't actually present a threat to the enemy. Did we take arcane armor training yet? No, not yet. Actually, that's a good question. Oh, no, wait. This is the divine class, isn't it? Okay, so no arcane armor. Okay. Okay. But back to what I was saying. If the tank does not present a threat to the enemy and is only there to be like with the Scald, yeah, the Bard and the Scald both had really bad builds. But yeah, if the tank does not present an actual threat to the enemy and can't actually do damage to them, the enemy is just going to ignore it eventually, kill off the rest of the party, and then slowly whittle down your tank's HP. And there's not going to be anything that you can do to prevent. Because this character doesn't actually do anything. They just sit there and they're a wall. Like, you need to have some kind of offensive capability in a class, or support, or like you need to be able to bring something more to the table than just a really high AC, because a really high AC is going to lose eventually if there's nothing else. Is busted K-Fangs? No, we're not talking about that. Doesn't count. Speaking of, we just got it. Aura of Purity. We still don't have Battle Master, which is, you know, one of the reasons that you take the battle fucking spirit. Like, I think probably the primary reason that you do it is Battle Master. Or one of the primary reasons. But yeah, let's get Aura of Purity. What does this do? Diseases, inhaled poisons, and noxious gaseous effects. The cloud are negated, and a 10-foot aura around the shaman for a number of minutes equal to her level. You know what also does the majority of this? Delay poison communal, which we have now had for 5 levels, right? Yeah, we've already had delay poison communal for 5 levels. Why are we getting this? Oh, and also effects caused by spells whose level is more than half the shaman's class level are unaffected. So this doesn't, if you're going up against equal level characters, this literally does nothing. Owlcat, why do you hate Shaman so much? Like, I understand now why this is a 4-star difficulty auto build. Because it doesn't fucking do anything. This build does nothing. What the fuck is this? They keep taking the worst thing. Wow! I have never... We have never seen this. We have never seen a single build that gets endurance. This is new. This is new. Is this a new low? It is. We gain +2 bonus to a skill that we don't give a shit about. You get a +4 bonus on fort saves against fatigue and exhaustion only. Wow. Wait, are we getting Die Hard? No, wait, you don't even need endurance. So, like, in tabletop, you need endurance to get Die Hard. You don't need that here. You can just pick Die Hard. Oh, man, I kind of hope that they pick Die Hard. Because if they do, if they pick Die Hard, this will be the worst build in the game. Bar none. If they pick Die Hard, that one feat makes it so that this build is the worst in the entire game. It's not even that tanky. Oh my god, we got it! We got it 4 levels late, but we got it. We finally got Battle Master at level fucking 12. And we get weapon specialization. Now, what weapon are we taking? Remember, we only have simple weapons. So what weapon are we taking for our weapon specialization? Place your bets, ladies and gents. Dagger. All right, we got dagger. We got dagger in the chat. What else we got? Sap. He's been sleeping. Oh, that's awesome. Mace, club. Okay, okay. You give 5 more seconds. See if anybody else wants to type in a thing. Any more guesses in chat? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Short spear! The thing that nobody guesses because nobody uses them. Hooray! I don't even know of any really good short spears. Are there any like super good? Okay, let's actually look that up. All right, short spears. These are unique short spears in the game. We got speed corrosive short spear +4. Nothing else special about it. Deadly Ivy, it's a +2 corrosive short spear. Every time it lands a hit, has to pass a fort save, DC 15, or be poisoned for 1d3 rounds. Hooray, it doesn't say what the poison is. Butterfly Hunter's Needle. +4 Fey Bane short spear. Grants the wielder a +3 inside bonus to AC against Fey attacks. Very useful in this game. Bone Shard, +4 short spear, deals negative energy damage. That's actually pretty nice. That's actually not bad. Like legitimately, there's not many things that have negative energy resistance. So this basically just bypasses all DR. So that's actually not bad. Morning, spelled as in boo, I'm sad morning, not hey, the sun's coming up morning. Whenever this +4 keen short spear confirms a hit, or confirms a, oh wait, okay, that's weird. That's weirdly okay. Whenever this +4 keen short spear confirms a hit, there's a chance to cast Crushing Despair spell DC 21 on the target. Whenever it confirms a critical hit, there's a chance to cast Finger of Death spell DC 21 on the target. Those are both fort saves, I believe, so that's kind of trash. We got Type of Grip of Anguish, +3 shock short spear, confirms a crit. Enemy must pass a fort save. Ooh. Saving throws failed for the next 1d3 rounds whenever this creature is... Pretty sure that's supposed to be dealt, but as it is typed, it says, if the saving throw is failed for the next 1d3 rounds, whenever this creature is deal damage, it suffers an additional 1 piercing damage. So it is dealt. It's supposed to be dealt. There's just a typo. Multiple applications effect do not stack the additional damage, but prolong the effect. Oh man! Guys, you can get an extra +1 to your damage whenever you crit. And they fail a save. So you got a crit and they fail a save just to get a +1. Granted, it's a +1 on everybody. But Jesus Christ. +4 Unholy Short Spear deals additional 2d6 piercing damage against larger, bigger creatures. When it hits smaller, lesser... small or lesser creature with 100 or less hit points, the enemy must pass a fort saving throw or be instantly killed. That's actually not bad. The fort save is a DC 26, and if they are smaller creatures, they are less likely to have insane fort saves, so you might actually get it every once in a while, but still not great. Also, I think it's kind of racist to call them lesser creatures just because they're not large. It's a bit racist, Owlcat. Bit sizest. With this +2 short spear absorbs water, or I assume that's supposed to mean when this +2 short spear absorbs water from the. Wait, what the fuck? No. There's just an extra word here. It should be this short spear absorbs water from the target on each hit. It says with this +2 short spear absorbs water from the target on each hit. I guess this is supposed to be like a sword and board, but they haven't done anything with it. Like, this is literally the first indication as to what weapon this build even expects us to use. So maybe they're supposed to be using a shield. I don't know. Maybe we're supposed to be dual wielding short spears. Who the fuck knows? On every 5th hit, it automatically casts a cold ice strike spell in the direction of the enemy as a 12th level wizard. +2 speed, short spear, successful attack using the cleave. Oh my fucking Christ. Okay, with this, okay, here's this one. With this +2 speed short spear, a successful attack using the cleave of vital strike feat makes the target prone for 1 round. I swear, whoever made this wiki needs to fucking like proofread their shit, because there's like 8 typos in this one page. If the next attack against the affected creature is successful, the enemy suffers an additional 2d6 sonic damage. If it was a crit, it deals an additional 2d6 sonic damage. Its spectral life, of course, is bad. That's... Look. At least it has info. At least it has info. I'll take info with typos than no info at all, which is basically what the Kingmaker fucking wiki was. Kingmaker wiki didn't even have the stats for the final boss until I put it in. I had to put in the stats for Nyrissa in the Kingmaker wiki, and that game had been out for like 5 years before I did that. Nobody even bothered to put in what the final boss's stats were. That's how shitty the Kingmaker wiki was. I will take this one over that one any day of the week. And then we got +3 Ghost Touch Heartseeker weapon. Weapon can tear the soul of a living enemy. Whenever it lands a hit, it deals an additional 1d6 force. How many actually got to the final boss? Doesn't matter. The people that wrote the wiki should have gotten to the final fucking boss. Okay, so what I've gathered here is that there's like... Well, hello, buddy cat. You can come down and hang out with me. There's like one decent short spear, and it's the one that does negative energy damage. Every other short spear is like, you gotta fucking confirm a crit, and then also, they need to fail a save. Or just, like, you gotta use cleave or vital strike. And then you also have to land your next attack. Oh my fucking... Okay. So yeah. Back to this. All of that just to say, holy shit, why short spear? Ugh. Yeah, there's like nothing here. Look at this. You got unarmed strike, bye. Touch. If we're not going off of like natural attacks, which we don't have, we got unarmed strike, we got touch, we got sickle, we got spear, short spear, ray, quarterstaff, punching dagger, long spear, light mace, light crossbow, javelin, heavy mace, heavy crossbow, great club, dart, dagger, club. Jesus Christ. See, guys, this is why instead of heavy armor focus, they should have just taken exotic weapon. Just give us a foul shirt. I don't even care if you don't get a foul shirt until later. Just give us the ability to use them. But whatever. Apparently, this build is supposed to use short spears, despite them being absolute trash. Alright, sure, why not? Suddenly this. Suddenly cleave. I mean, like, I'm not against cleave. And funnily enough, this does kind of lean into one of those fucking spears. What was it? Yeah, so if you successfully attack somebody with this short spear with cleave of Vital Strike, you make them prone for 1 round. Just ended at cleave. They don't even get cleaving finish. Let's take Hammer the Gap. They're going to take Hammer the Gap and Vital Strike. There was actually... So, a long time ago, Unsung and I recorded... So, this was before the Finer Path cast pod. Unsung and I recorded videos for his channel where we were going over the auto builds. So this is like the 3rd time that I've tried to do auto build reviews on YouTube. Tried it once with Unsung and Lore Spire with the Finder Path cast pod, and now I'm just doing it on my own. And there was a build that had both Hammer the Gap and Vital Strike. It fucking, like, my brain just melted. I just couldn't... Okay, so we do get cleaving finish, at least. We got cleaving finish. We still don't have weapon focus, by the way. We still don't have weapon focus, but we got cleaving finish. We're now level 15, and we don't have weapon focus. We have greater... Wait. Okay, so... Okay, wait. So we finally have Chant at level 16. That makes Ward not shit. So... The thing is that, yes, we get greater weapon focus. Wait, does battle give you weapon focus? No, right? No, it just gives you attacks of opportunity. So greater weapon focus by itself is still only a +1, so we could still take weapon focus. Yeah, we just got greater weapon focus. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, just fucking shoot me. Jesus Christ. What is my fort save? I mean, with the +2, it's only a 9. Jesus Christ, this guy's saves are trash. My God, this guy's... Alright, so improved critical for the short spear, great cleave and greater cleaving finish. Fucking weapon focus for extra attack. Yeah, you're not making saves for shit. Like, you're just not gonna get anything from it. Like, holy Christ, what is this build, man? Like, this build is... Alright, so we'll keep going. Let's just keep going. Evil Eye. Okay. Actually, that's fine. Should have been first pick. I would have taken it over Protective Luck, for sure. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Chant finally. So okay, so wait. So Chant finally makes protective luck useful. Ice Plant is debatable. For the tanky build, I'm okay with Ice Plant. I do like passives. Because, like, here's the thing about so many choices. The thing about having this many, like, so many action choices is that, like, you tend to just never use some of them. But yeah, so, like, maybe Evil Eye instead of Protective Luck, and then we get Battle Master here, and then Chant here. So like there's a period of time where Evil Eye isn't really that useful, but then at level 10 it becomes useful again. I don't know. I'm also somebody that just tends to forget about the hexes a lot. I just never actually use them, which is entirely on me. Like, that's entirely my playstyle and me just fucking up, but it's also another reason why I like Ice Plant so much, is because I just don't have to worry about it. And then fucking... Alright. Sure. Alright. Let's take a look at this build. Let's see what we got. Oh, wait. What's Hampering Hex? What's this do? -2 to AC and CMD for a number of rounds equal to the Shaman's level. Successful will save reduces this to just 1 round. At 8th level, the penalty becomes a -4. Whether or not the save is successful, creature affected cannot be targeted by this hex again for 24 hours. Okay. This build is crap. Like, we got a new low with endurance here. We've never seen endurance in a build. We've gone through every single main character class, every single pre-generated character, Tailin, Unilard, Rix, all of those guys. I don't think that just merging spellbooks is going to save this. Oh yeah, by the way, we went full wisdom. That's also a thing that I fucking forgot. But yeah, we just went full wisdom, so, you know, our strength is crap. Even though we're supposed to be a frontline tank. We didn't boost, like, if you're gonna be a tank, maybe boost con instead of what, like, fucking whatever. Alright, so we got heavy armor proficiency. Okay, sure, if you're gonna be a tank, fine, whatever. There's definitely better things that you could take here. Ice Plant. I actually really like Ice Plant. I was perfectly fine with this choice. Arguable that there may be other better ones, but I like Ice Plant a lot. Alertness. The rest of the build has been so bad that we may have slept on just how shit this second feat is. Just to remind everybody here, we don't have any points in perception. We have no points in perception. It's not a class skill. We have literally nothing to do with perception whatsoever. We are a lore religion class, is what they have chosen to do here. And yet, they took alertness. Because fuck it! We need more perception. Definitely couldn't have been used for anything else. And then we get protective luck. Protective luck is, it's okay. It's only 1 round, which is really, really hurtful. You want to combo this with Chant. So if you get protective luck, you want to get Chant as soon as you possibly can, right? So we'll talk about that. Then we get toughness. Everybody knows my feelings on toughness. I feel like it's a very much wasted feat. That's more than alertness though. It does boost your health. Okay, so like right now we got an extra 20 health. So we went from 160 to 180. This is before we do any buffs or any gear or anything like that. So from 160 to 180, that's a little bit... 160, it's what, like a fucking... I'm trying to math here and figure out how much of a percentage this is as a bump. My brain can't handle it right now. It's way more than 10% though, right? It's like 15%-ish, somewhere around there. Yeah, it's around 15%. So we get an extra 15% health. I don't really think that this is going to help late game that much because, you know, those guys will hit for like 60. So you really just don't want to be taking hits regardless, but fucking whatever. At level 7, we finally get power attack. We finally get an offensive ability at level 7. As we mentioned earlier in the stream, this is basically when the developers expect you to be going in to the chapel, the Lost Chapel. Because in the auto build, it allows you to choose your second mythic ability at level 7. You get that at the Lost Chapel. So we're getting power attack immediately before we go into Dresden. So everything before Dresden, we have 0 offensive abilities. I mean, like, if we're talking about like the single best auto build, I would say Sorcerer. Sorcerer is probably the best auto build once you hit level 20. Up until then, it's a little bit shit because it doesn't get spell penetration until 17 and 19. But once it gets those two, it's fine. There's not really anything else that I would really choose. It's been a while since I've looked at it. Like that was one of the earlier ones that we did, but I remember that one just being like, yeah, this is a very basic build, but this is going to work. Kind of. But yeah, this one, not so much. Level 8, we get Ward. We get a +2 deflection bonus to AC and +2 resistance bonus on saving throws. So the fun thing about this is that both of these are overwritten by items that we can equip. So yeah, we could have taken basically anything else at this point instead of Ward, because this can be replaced by gear. And even without the gear, could be replaced by spells, a lot of it. The resistance bonus, at least. We then get heavy armor focus to boost up our AC by 1. Gives us an extra 5% chance to dodge any particular attack, which is okay, I guess. This is a tanky build. It's supposed to be a tanky build. Definitely some other abilities that I would have taken before I took this. Primarily anything offensive, maybe. Just maybe. Maybe a weapon focus. Fucking anything, please. And then we get Aura of Purity. So the fun thing about Aura of Purity is that it allows you to avoid poisons and diseases, but mostly poisons. So does this level 3 spell that we got 5 levels before this. I'm not a fan of Aura of Purity. I think it's a waste, another wasted choice. So we've got 1, 2, 3 completely wasted choices that do basically nothing for us. At level 10. 3 of them. Level 11, we get a 4th because we get endurance. A boost to athletics and a boost to fort saves against only fatigue and exhaustion. You can also now sleep in light or medium armor without becoming fatigued. Unfortunately, we are wearing heavy armor, so that last bit doesn't even make sense. Yeah. I don't know why they chose this. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. But yeah, so far we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 choices. 40%. 40% of our choices have been bad. Oh yeah, also we got a monkey familiar that's also fucking useless. So actually we've had 5 out of the 11 choices have been useless. Level 12, we finally get Battle Master, something that we should have gotten at level 8. A very, very good ability. You know, arguably the reason that you go battle with your spirit. The reason that you get this battle spirit is for Battle Master. And they delayed it by 4 levels because they needed to pick up Ward first. And also are like literally the 2 worst hexes that we've seen, they chose instead of Battle Master. Level 13, we get Cleave. I'm okay with this. I like Cleave. I like Cleave a lot. I use it a lot. And then we get Cleaving Finish at level 15. I'm okay with this. If you're going to get Cleave, you should get Cleaving Finish. And this synergizes with one of the unique spears that we looked at earlier. Allows Cleaves and Vital Strikes to knock people prone. Awesome. We get Chant. 12 levels after we get Protective Luck. Remember how I said that this is pretty bad until you get Chant? Remember how we got this at level 4 and we didn't get Chant until level 16? Remember how Chant doesn't really help basically any other, like it doesn't help with anything else. Chant literally only helps with Protective Luck, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I guess you could use it for Aura of Purity. Anyway. Now we get Great Fortitude, which helps boost up our now 8 Fortitude save to 10. So cool, great. And then at level 18, we finally get Evil Eye, you know, a very good ability. I like Evil Eye a lot, especially when comboed with Chant. You know, we get a second use of Chant here with Evil Eye. You know, it's you know, if we hit somebody with Evil Eye for AC, that is a 10% increase in our ability to hit them. It's a pretty hefty chance. Ability checks, attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks. Yeah. I think AC is probably the one that you hit the most. So yeah, we got this at level 18. Level 18. Often, you know, it was even mentioned in chat a couple of times. This is much better early. You know, you want to get Evil Eye early on, not at, you know, end game. But you know, it's fine. It's fine. Then we get Iron Will. Again, we have a 20 will save. Class bonus of 12, wisdom of 6, and then another +2. Feel like this is also a bit of a waste. So fort save, like for kind of the opposite of the, well, actually no, they're not really as extreme as they would need to be for them to be completely useless. But I feel like there are other options to have been taken here. Could have gone down the cleaving feet path more. Could have gone for Vital Strike. Vital Strike, Greater... I wouldn't have taken only 2 of them. I would have, you know, replaced any of these other fucking multiple shitty feats with other Vital Strikes. But then again, I don't think I would have gone Vital Strike with a short spear. I don't think that that's really a fucking good look for that weapon. But yeah, there's definitely other choices to be taken here. The obvious one being just greater cleave and greater cleaving finish. And then we get hampering hex. Gives a -2 penalty to AC. That's actually pretty decent. A -4 after level 8. And this also will work with nope, never mind, it doesn't. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Oh wait, what the fuck? Wait, hold up. I have misunderstood the chant hex. I thought it would increase any hex by 1 round. This is incorrect. It only affects Evil Eye, Fortune, Fury, or Misfortune. Meaning that at the time of getting chant as a hex, there is nothing that it does. Evil Eye, Fortune, Fury, or Misfortune. Not Protective Luck, Fortune. A different one. Meaning that for 2 levels, we have a completely useless hex. Because it only affects Evil Eye. Evil Eye is the only hex in the entire build that is affected by chant. And we get it after we get chant. This build gets worse the more that I look at it. I think this might be the worst build that we've seen. I think this might be the worst one. And like, I look at this and I think back on that 4-star difficulty that Owlcat put onto this build. This does not mean, so like, what a lot of people think, and like, well, okay, I'm not going to say a lot of people. What I thought for the longest time was that star rating was the estimated difficulty of that class, of how difficult it was to play that class well. That's not what it is. It's how difficult it is to play that auto build. And the only reason that this auto build is set to a 4-star difficulty is because they have intentionally fucking crippled it. They have crippled this build in multiple places. You get really shit hexes. You get ward. You get aura of purity. You get chant before it does anything. You take alertness when you put no points into perception. You take heavy armor proficiency at level 1 when there is very few pieces of heavy armor available to you. And you also are guaranteed to have a heavy armor wearing party member with you in Sela. So you already have somebody else who also wants heavy armor. You then have toughness at level 5. You don't take a single offensive ability until level 7. The next time you take enough offensive ability is level 12 and 13. There are so few. You can count on one hand the number of offensive choices there are in this build. There is 4. 4 offensive choices. You got power attack, battle master, cleave, and cleaving finish. That's it. Everything else is defense. And as I was talking about, I think when we got to level 9 in heavy armor focus, is why pure defense just does not work in these games. Oh, you talk about Earthen? The pre-gen character. He might have been. He might have been. Holy shit. Yeah, this build was really bad, guys. This was... It doesn't do anything. This build doesn't do anything. Yes, I'm not talking about the spells. I haven't mentioned the spells once in this entire build. Because there's nothing mentioning them. Not a single choice here affects your spells, except for the fact that we were boosting wisdom out of fucking nowhere. The fact that we were boosting wisdom just blows my fucking mind. I just don't understand that at all. So like, yeah, we might have, you know, we got bark skin here. That's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice buff spell. The restoration lesser, resist energy. Those are pretty nice. You get, you know, delay poison communal, dispel magic. Those are pretty good. Resist energy communal is better. Oh, wait, this is level 5. Oh, that's the actual level, the character level, not the spell level. This is actually interesting. You get animate dead 1 spell level early. It's usually a level 4 spell. This is level 3. I did not notice that earlier when we were going through the spell levels. But yeah, there's not really any like I'm not really seeing any really strong offensive spells for me to be like, holy shit, this is like really fucking good. I can't believe that I did this. I mean, Baleful Polymorph would be good on, like, it's good in Kingmaker. It's shit here. Like, if you know how to make Cave Fangs work, yeah, that's there. I kind of hate all of this. I kind of hate this entire build. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at some of the companions. Now, the companions do have they do have, yeah, I would say that is the worst build. I would say that is the worst build. Yeah, I think we're going to start with Sela. We're going to start with Sela and we're just going to continue going. You know, no, I lied. We're going to do Camelia. We're going to compare Camelia with the Shaman that we just saw. So let's take a look at Camelia, huh? If the game will load in. Please. Ha, I beat you to it. I beat you to it, Matt. You're behind the times. Oh, actually, I have to enable. All right. Okay. Let's just let's just let's just pretend that that didn't happen. I'm not entirely sure what just happened there, but it's fine. We will start again. Um yeah, that was weird. We will turn that off because for whatever reason it doesn't like. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Uh All right, we're gonna go. We're gonna just run in and we're gonna do the auto build, or we're gonna do the respec the way the game wants us to. After it takes 3 years to load into Dresden. There's a new toy box since BG3 came out. That might be why. I haven't updated my mods in a while either. All right. No, wait, we got to go to the inn, right? It's the inn that has what's his nuts in. All right. It didn't have the it didn't have Syra in it. Why are you so slow? Get over here. It's supposed to be faster than a normal person, damn it. I do hate that it does that. In both this game and in Kingmaker, if you click on the door, everybody starts walking to it. Also, this camera angle and the fact that this man is hiding behind this exact pillar is really shit. Alright, retraining. Camelia. You psycho bit. Wait, what the fuck? Excuse me? Excuse me, video game. I would like to retrain my characters. And I'm now locked. I can't do anything. I have to fucking close out the game and restart the whole thing. I don't have any mods active. Right? None of my mods are active, so I shouldn't have any. Yeah. Yeah, I'll try a different character. Oh, no, no, no. Not a new game. Load game. The problem is that with this build, oh wait. I see a Camelia. I see a Camelia here. All right, we are gonna have to toy box it up. But why? Retraining is just not working. Maybe we won't be doing this. Interesting. Why would it be doing this? I'm not entirely sure what to do here. Let's try a different character. Let's just try a different character. Like a different companion. Let's try Sela. Why am I... There we go. Come on. Alright, Sela. Nope. Alright, so for whatever reason, retraining is just broken for me in Wrath. I don't know why that is a thing. Oh, hey, there's a Discord update. That doesn't help. Manage properties. I could try to verify the integrity. You know what? You know what we could do? Oh, I don't have that installed anymore. Son of a bitch. I was going to say we could do some Kingmaker auto builds for their companions. But I don't have it installed anymore. I uninstalled it like literally 3 days ago. I think completely forgot. That kind of throws a wrench into things. Because I kind of don't want to, I don't really want to end the stream. I don't really know what I want to do here. What the hell is this? Oh, get this the fuck out of here. Move. Yes. Let's get rid of this one. That's not something I should be doing right now. I'm like cleaning up my OBS here because I just saw a couple of things. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing that I don't want. No, it's even like going to a normal like High Lord didn't work, trying a different save didn't work, trying a different companion didn't work. I don't know what the deal is. You know, we are just gonna properties, installed files, verify. I don't know how long this is gonna take. It's actually going fairly quickly. We're already at 8%. What we could do, we could just chat for a bit. Hey, let's go to a screen that I almost never use. This one. Hi. Hey, you can see my closet. Yeah, we could just hang out for a minute while that deals with the thing. What if you did access and respect there? I didn't try it. I kind of expected it to do the same thing because I was loading in different files and everything was doing the same thing. And now I'm already in the middle of verifying. So we're just stuck doing this for not too much longer. It's already at 64%. So let's see. My brain just flatlined. Oh, I am planning on going and not going and seeing. Planning on actually like getting a Netflix thing so that I could finally watch. Yeah, they're all successfully validated. All right, so let's load in. I want to watch Arcane finally. I want to watch Arcane finally. I was watching a video today on YouTube. It's a scene comparison. A scene comparison and here, let's go back to this. It's a scene comparison and also a like a character comparison between, we're just gonna do this. The scene comparison and a character comparison between Vi from Arcane and her fight from with the lady with the arm. I can't remember her name. And it's a comparison between that scene and the fight scene with Sabine and the fucking stupid not Sith lady in the Ahsoka show. And just talking about why the one in Arcane is really good and does a lot for character, and the one in Ahsoka is fucking stupid. And I'm like, man, this just reminds me again. I need to fucking watch that show, man. I need to watch Arcane. I've been meaning to for like a year now. And like the thing is, I already know what happens in that show. I've seen a like, okay, let me actually do a search real quick because I want to see how long this breakdown is. EFAP Arcane. All right, so okay, so part one of EFAP's Arcane coverage, 10 hours 54 minutes 45 seconds. Part 2, 4 hours 58 minutes 40 seconds. Part 3, 7 hours 48 minutes 15 seconds. I have watched every second of all 3 of those fucking videos. So I know what happens in that show. And I still want to fucking watch it. Actually, we're gonna do this. Because we could just go over here and do it normally. We're just gonna do it normally. And that's before you even start talking about, like, because they actually go into video essays. Like the next one is another 6 hours and 5 minutes of them not entirely focused, because that's kind of what they do, is they go off on tangents and stuff, which is why their videos go on for days. Actually, I gotta go first. We're gonna save here. I said we're gonna save. I said we're gonna save here. Yeah, like late 2024. Yeah. I'm excited. All right. So Camelia is not here. We cannot do her here. Why? Why is retraining broken? But that's the same way that their coverage was of God of War 20 Ragnarok, which is what made me want to play 2018. The reason that I'm playing God of War tomorrow is because of EFAP's coverage of Ragnarok. Which is like, that's two examples of me watching an entire breakdown of the fucking complete story of these games and or shows and still wanting to play or watch them afterwards, when before I had absolutely no interest whatsoever. Like, I really enjoyed the old God of War games. Here, what I'm gonna do, Unity mod manager, mods, okay, so there's two lots of League lore. I know nothing about League whatsoever. I know absolutely nothing about it. Files. Is it companion respec? I do have the respec mod. But no. Download. God damn it. But it's turned off. That is another mod that has a an update, so I'm gonna be updating both mods here. All files. All right. And we're gonna uninstall that one. All right, and homepage. All right. What are you up to now? We are trying to do companion auto builds, but every time I try to do it, the UI bugs out. And despite them supposedly being respec, they stay at their max level, and then it just hard locks the game, and I have to Alt F4 to do anything. So we just updated a couple of mods. We updated respec. We updated toy box. We're going to actually keep toy box off just in case that is a thing. I tried it in toy box. I tried it in with Hylor himself. I tried it with different save files. I tried it with different companions. We just updated the 2 mods because both of those mods were out of date. So hopefully this will have fixed it. All right. Interesting. Oh. All right. Where you at, Camille? Oh. Oh, I like this a lot better. You don't have to scroll way the fuck over to get to respec. Hey, we got there. All right. All right, we got there. We did it. We made it. We did it. Okay. My presence fixed it. Yep. Yep, that's what it was, Afro. We needed you here. You can never leave again. So yeah, we start off with weapon. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So we start off with 19 dex, 11 strength, 14 con, 10 int, 16 wisdom, 13 charisma. I like this stat spread a lot better. Focuses a lot more on dex. We got odd ability scores for once. This is also true. We have a lower wisdom, but that's fine because you're gonna get more wisdom through headbands and stuff like that. So I'm perfectly fine with all of that. We are also picking up mobility and trickery. She does get skill focused trickery, which is nice. I was never a huge fan of the mobility thing here. Mainly because it's not a class skill. But her dex is super fucking high, so it's fine, I guess. Trickery is very welcome. Yeah, like she is the trickery person whenever you don't have Woljif, right? And then we get Ice Plant again. Same first hex. I have the same opinion of it. It's literally the exact same scenario. We could get Battle Master, we could get Battle Ward, we could get all these other things. I like Ice Plant. Oh, same. Same, 100%. 100% he never leaves the party. Except for the time where he bails on the entire game for, like, a chapter. We will be looking at her mythic ability. Her mythic stuff as well. Coming here, we get dodge. I have mentioned this before. Of all of the defensive abilities, I like dodge the most. Woljif is too damn useful. Woljif is just too good and too useful for me to not have him in the party. Yes. It is. Dodge is, I think, my favorite defensive feat to pick. So I'm fine with this. Could get weapon focus. We could get Piranha Strike. Like, there are things to do. There are other choices, but if you're gonna grab a defensive one, I like dodge the most, so I will give them a pass on this. All right, level 3. We get Battle Master. I don't think that we should be grabbing this early, but I'm glad. I would rather have it early rather than fucking level 12. And it does give you an extra attack of opportunity. It's not the best. Oh, and we are also boosting Dex. I appreciate this a lot. I've never seen that. Wait. She only got 3 points in mobility. I've never seen them. Whoa. I've never seen them stop putting points into an ability score. Or into a skill. Every rank has always been put into the same skills. Unless you boost up your intelligence to the next level, in which case they just randomly put them somewhere. Interesting. So I'm okay with this a lot more now. I'm still not overly thrilled that we're putting it into stealth. Because again, it's not a class skill. But the fact that we only put the 3 in mobility so that fighting defensively gets boosted, I like that a lot. Okay. It's a little weird, but I'm perfectly fine with it. This I'm not. This I'm not fine with. We're veering into the too defensive club at this point. I really, yeah, toughness can fuck off. Give me Piranha Strike, like the ones that I mentioned before. Piranha Strike, Weapon Focus. Combat Reflexes. All of those would be fine. Not a fan of toughness here. All right, what do we got? Literally nothing. 0 things here at level 6. All right. Abundant Casting. Do I think that Abundant Casting is necessary for Camelia? I don't know that I do. We could get Second Spirit. Ever Ready. I think I would rather have Enduring Spells than Abundant Casting on her. Because, like, what are you wanting? What are you going to be casting with her? A lot of the times it's going to be buff spells, right? What does Enduring affect at this level? Well, we're level 6. So any 10 minutes per level spells would be 24 hours now, right? Hours per level spells would be 24 hours, but they might as well be anyway. What of those do we have? I have no idea. I don't know off the top of my head. But like on the other hand, if you get this now, if you get Enduring Spells now, you can get greater Enduring Spells after Dresden, and then you have 5 minutes per level, like minutes per level spells at that point are then 24 hours. So like, I'm not just thinking about the effect of Enduring Spells right now. I'm thinking more about getting greater. And getting this as early as possible. But like, if you're not going to go for that, Rupture Restraints is always useful. Last Stand is always good. Ever Ready is useful. Always a chance is shit. 12 extra spell slots is a lot. Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna need them. For... Ever Ready? Like, the problem that I have with Ever Ready is how often do you actually provoke attacks of opportunity, or are attacks of opportunity provoked against your character? I guess if you get, like, outflanked. Yeah, but that's with outflank, which this is an auto build, so we're not going to get it. Um, outflank. I agree. I get outflank on everybody as well, but this is an auto build. We're not getting it. Yeah, I think I would prefer enduring spells over abundant casting for a buff character, like especially somebody who's primarily focused on self buffing. I think. But there are definitely arguments to be made. Yay, weapon focus rapier. Yes, 100% yes. This is correct. This is the weapon focus that you pick. This is what you do. And now, yeah. I agree with this. And then we get weapon finesse mythic. Yes. This is also correct. This is also what we want. Suddenly we're getting a +4 or higher. Or actually, I think we got a +5 to damage now with that. Which is just fucking massive, right? And like, here's like something that I don't think I've mentioned on here because we haven't really done too many mythic stuff. Like most of our classes have not had mythic builds to go with them. Mythic feats are far more important for physical combat builds, whereas mythic abilities are far more important for casters, right? For somebody like Camelia that's a little bit of both, she actually she's got a lot that she's got to take to really optimize her build. But like if you're just like a sorcerer or something like that, I honestly, for most of my mythic feats, I'm just gonna want to take extra mythic abilities. Right? Because there's so many mythic abilities that you want for full casters. But for a shaman, you gotta balance the mythic abilities and the mythic feats a bit more. But yeah, weapon finesse mythic, best in slot for first one. For a character like her. So very, very fuck. Very happy about that, very unhappy about this. Or if Purity could fuck off. We talked about this already. It's a shit one. Literally the only thing that it helps is against diseases, and that's only if the other party. No Evilite, yeah. The fact that this is only effective if the caster. Oh, I'm sorry. I misread this. It's by spells whose level is more than half the shaman's class level, not the caster. Okay. So if it's a level 5 spell, okay. That actually does make this a little bit more useful. Because I literally thought that it was spell casters whose level is more than half the shaman's class level are unaffected. I don't know where I got that, but that's what I got. I still don't like it because it can literally be like the inhaled poisons and noxious gaseous effects. You just get that with fucking delay poison communal. There you go. The only thing that's not negated by that is the diseases, and like at this point you got level 4, so you got restoration, which can get rid of those. I don't think that this is necessarily used necessarily necessary. Weapon specialization, rapier, duh. Yes, of course, we're gonna take that. What we get for Battle Master, so very, very nice. Combat casting. She is a melee character. But how often are we going to be casting in combat? Like, how often are we going to be casting spells after combat begins? Not often, I don't think. Like, most of the stuff that's going to be happening in combat is either going to be... Well, we don't even have any, like, in-combat hexes outside of Aura of Purity. So, yeah, well, you just buff yourself and then run in and start stabbing people, basically. Yeah, that's kind of what I was... That's kind of what I was getting at, Afro. Is, yeah, like, you don't... This is bad. We've got two really, well, three really bad choices so far, but we've got multiple very good choices as well. So let's see if we keep that up. Improved abundant casting. I mean, we already have abundant casting. Approved abundant casting is the obvious next choice. For when you have to cure wounds on the main character. Oh god. If you're having to take your moment to do that, I feel like you're losing that fight regardless. Also, good luck timing that correctly. I mean, okay, that depends on whether you're playing turn-based or real-time. Uh, do shamans get mage armor? I don't think they do. I don't remember seeing mage armor on her spell list. If she does, then this is probably best in slot for mythic abilities outside of enduring and greater enduring spells. We'll check that in a moment. Here. You do not. Yeah, it's either potions or scrolls. It's not both of them. And I can't remember which one it's supposed to be. I think it's actually potions, if I remember correctly. Because, yeah, because it was... Like, if you're thinking about it intuitively, I would think that scrolls would be what would trigger Archmage armor. But it's not, it's the other one, so it would be potions. We get ameliorating as our next one. Sickened is basically undone by, again, we now have two things that undo Sickened, basically. Dazzled, fatigued, shaken, or sickened. Plus for circumstance bonus on saving throws against the effects. This is a very bad choice. This is a very bad choice. Dazzled is like a -1 to attack. It's not that important. Fatigued is a bit more important, but there are other ways to deal with it. You can hit it with lesser restoration and they're fine, which we also have. We have access to this, right? Yeah, right there. So you can just cast lesser restoration on her. Shaken can be somewhat problematic, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. And then, like I said, Sickened is just negated by Delay Poison Communal. Like, taking a Hex to deal with these very minor effects, instead of taking something like Evil Eye or Battle Ward, it's just not good. Like, why would you... Fortune or Misfortune, like, any of these would be better than Ameliorating. Like, this is just a really bad one. Saving spell slots, but we also have Abundant Casting. Like, we have Abundant Casting. We have, most likely, we have multiple people that can deal with these. And these, like, honestly, the majority of these are just not that big a fucking deal. Like, you could just handle these. Like, you could just go with these. These are not that big of a deal. Taking an entire Hex to negate these, so... it's bad. It's bad. These are too minor. These are too minor of an ability, of a debuff, to warrant an entire Hex to deal with them. Not when there are so many other ways to deal with them. We finally get Piranha Strike. I'm really happy that we finally get it. I would have liked it back at level 9, but we got it now. I really hope that we get improved critical at 13. If we don't, I'm going to be quite upset with whoever designed this build. Yeah, I really hate Ameliorating. It's... God, I'm still stuck on that. Oh, I think we... This one. Weapon Focus Mythic. Okay, so I don't like Weapon Focus Mythic. If you only have... Well, we are going to get Greater Weapon Focus, so that actually does help then. But I think that we should hold off on getting Weapon Focus Mythic until we get Greater Weapon Focus, until we hit 16. Piranha Strike Mythic would be useful. Dodge Mythic is interesting. I think I would take Piranha Strike Mythic here. Sorry. Yeah. I would take Piranha Strike Mythic. But Weapon Focus Mythic isn't terrible on this class, because once we hit 16, once we get that Greater Weapon Specialization... Wait. Mythic what? Mythic 2? Mythic II? Mythic Ill? Improved Initiative. Ah! We don't have Improved Initiative to get Mythic Improved Initiative. I do like that we have Battle Ward. I think that this is... okay. I think that that is okay. Yeah. Yeah, I really like Improved Initiative as well. Oh, God, I'm very, very yawny today. Sorry about that. Yeah, Battle Ward is good. Evil Eye into Chant would be good. Misfortune into Chant, Fortune into Chant, like, all of those would be good. But I'm okay with Battle Ward overall. We got Critical Focus before we got Improved Critical. Alright. That's a problem. This is a problem. They're trying to prevent this build from being too overpowered by not taking Improved Critical. That's what they're doing here. Because there's a very obvious choice of feat to take here. Improved Critical. And they're choosing not to take it because they want to nerf this build a bit. That's literally what this is. We get nothing here at 14. Last Stand. I'm kind of okay with Last Stand. If we're playing on lower difficulties, I don't think that this is necessary. And you have to assume that most of the people that are going to be doing auto builds are going to be playing on the lower difficulties. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at, Afro. Yeah, it's like Last Stand, like if we were whenever we were doing the Finer Path cast pod, like Lorespire and Unsung swore up and down about Last Stand. They fucking love this one, especially Lorespire, because they play on higher difficulties. Me being somebody that tends to play on normal, every once in a while I'll boost up the difficulty. Like on my last playthrough, I boosted it up to unfair and was actually still just steamrolling everybody. I don't put as much of an emphasis on Last Stand, but like on higher difficulties, especially if you're playing like Last Islante or something like that, then this becomes like a requirement on everybody. But like for lower difficulties, like you already got improved and abundant casting. I don't. What level are we? Level 11? Do we have level 6 spells? I think we just got level 6 spells or something like that. Take Second Spirit for Animal Companion. We don't get the Animal Companion until level 16, so I'm actually kind of okay with holding off on Second Spirit if you're getting it for the Animal Companion. But like you could get greater abundant casting, enduring and greater enduring spells. But yeah, Last Stand on lower difficulties is unnecessary. Oh wait, we're level 14. Never mind, we have 7 and now we have level 8 spells. Alright, so now we have Vital Strike. Which means one of two things. A, we're not getting improved critical. Or B, we're not getting all 3 Vital Strikes. With Vital Strike on Rapiers, I'm actually kind of okay with it. If you go full on, if you go all the way through on improved Vital Strike, and then you get Vital Strike Mythic, if you get all of those, Vital Strike would be pretty decent. Because we're not a full BAB class, right? Which means let's just BAB 16. You actually can't get greater Vital Strike. Oh, that's actually really bad. We actually can't get greater Vital Strike. I was gonna say, because we're not a full BAB class, going Vital Strike does mean that we are more likely to hit with a larger chunk of damage. Here's a fucking question. Here's something. If you cast transformation on somebody and then they level up, does it count your BAB as the transformation BAB for feats? That would actually be really interesting to test out. That would actually be really interesting to test. We might actually do that. We might actually do that. I don't think it would. I don't think it. I know it shouldn't. I don't think it would, but there is a chance. Strength deck spells don't work, only belts. That's true. But think of a world where that's not the case. Weapon specialization mythic. I think you need to get Vital Strike Mythic here. Weapon Specialization Mythic, Vital Strike Mythic, and Piranha Strike Mythic, I think, are the three that you want to get. Piranha Strike Mythic, far less important than Vital Strike and Weapon Specialization Mythic. This is fine. It gives us, what is this? Level 6, so this gives us a +3 to strike. Ah, but we don't have anything to dual wield. Afro, you gotta remember, this is not a dual wield class. This is Rapier and Buckler. Hello, shit. I almost called you Shelby. Hi, John. I apologize. I almost called you the wrong name, kitty cat. So yeah. Oh yeah, you could definitely dual wield. Yeah. I'm just talking specifically about this particular build here. We do not have anything to dual wield. We get Hampering Hex. Ow, I have fucking very sharp cat claws digging directly into my shoulder. There we go. They have retracted somewhat. Hampering Hex. We still don't have Evil Eye. We still don't have Chant. I'm still not a fan of these choices. I would much rather have those than this. I stole a keys. Hampering of Hex isn't terrible because it's a -2 AC. Still half of what we would get from Evil Eye at this point, but I think it's too late. Hi. And then Greater Weapon Focus Rapier. Yep. That's fine. Mythic Rank 7. We finally get Greater Abundant Casting. Okay, so this does mean that we can't get Enduring and Greater Enduring. I don't know what they're going to take for the last one. Ever Ready? Maybe they just get normal Enduring? I don't know. That would be weird. Okay, we get improved critical now, which is great. Like, improved critical on Rapier is like, yes, this is what you get. This is what you do. But that means that we don't get full Vital Strike, which we couldn't anyway. Actually, now that I think about it, so we get okay. Okay, so we get greater, or we get, I'm sorry, we get an extra mythic ability and we get enduring spells with this mythic feat, meaning we don't get mythic Vital Strike. Which means that I am assuming that at level 9 we get greater enduring spells. Yeah, there's greater enduring. We get Slumber as our second to last hex. What do we get for the last one? Like, what do we get for our last hex? There's no way they're going to go for something that's like... What are they going to do? What is this fucking... Okay. Combat reflexes at level 19. Okay, sure. Okay, so we only got one Vital Strike. I like how fighter is thumbs up. No special critical, but we got critical focus. This is fucking weird, man. That, like, it started off pretty alright. Like, up through here. It had gone without toughness, but, you know, up through here it was okay. Then we got Aura of Purity, we got Ameliorating, we got Combat Casting, which was all weird. These three were weird. I hate Toughness. Battle Ward was fine. Hampering Hex was Slumber was Y. And then we got Piranha Strike. Critical Focus before improved critical. We got Vital Strike, but not improved Vital Strike. And we can't even get greater Vital Strike. We got Combat Reflexes at 19. And we don't really have a good way to trigger that many. Like, okay, there's also the fact that now means that we have 7 attacks of opportunity per round, and we have no way to trigger those attacks. Like, we got to remember, it's not just how many attacks of opportunity you have to have a trigger for them as well. Yep. No outflank, no seize the moment, no nothing. So yeah, we don't have anything to trigger all 7 of these attacks of opportunity. All right, level 20. We do get Draconic Resilience. That's kind of why what I expected. If you couldn't tell, I'm a little bit disappointed with that final mythic feat. Just a tad bit disappointed with that final combat feat. Yeah, they never take teamwork feats. It's unfortunate. I understand why they don't. Hey, Shelby. You gonna come up and say hi? Like, I understand why they don't take combat feats, or, teamwork feats. Because they don't want to force you stuff like outflank on every martial. But if you only want to have, like, one martial character, and then you want to, like, stack your party with fucking ranged characters for some reason, which gives them the ability to force synergy. That is true. That is true. If they just have outflank on every single melee character, then yeah, that is going to be better. Yeah. You're not, fucking Christ, these yards need to stop. They need to stop. They need to stop. We got Draconic Resilience. What does that do? It makes them immune to sleep and peril. Well, this is. Did I ever tell you guys about my Necromancer tabletop character? Oh, it's fucking busted. Yeah, Outflank is busted as fuck. So I had a Drow Necromancer character that I was playing. This was years ago. It was my first evil character. I made the mistake that a lot of people make when they make their first evil character, and I went super edgelord. Not going to get into that too much. But what I want to talk about today is how he died. So, he had gone up to the surface. He had been responsible for the death of a female. And if you know anything about Drow culture, that's a big deal. Females are very much above the males in terms of like social stature. So a male killing a female is it's death worthy. Um so what he ended up doing as part of his backstory is he escaped. He went to the surface. Um the death was like off the, like, they were, I can't remember exactly how it was, but like they were in the tunnels. They weren't like in the city. It was like a scouting party or something like that. And it was his sister. And he ended up, that was the first zombie that he ever resurrected, was his sister. And she became his servant, and they went up top. And yeah, so the setting at this point in this world was the human, like there's a continent of orcs, and there was a continent of like orcs and like other monstrous creatures, and then there was a continent that had like the humans, the dwarves, the elves, the gnomes, and all of those guys, right? The orcs had just invaded and had sacked the human capital, and were basically just like wrecking fucking everything. Every city and town that they came across, they would just take them, all that stuff. So I had met up with another character, another party member. It was a 2-man group. And it kind of, I feel really bad because I can't even remember what class he was at the moment. And we had made a deal with like a low level oh fuck, what was it? I can't remember. It was some kind of demonic creature. It wasn't actually a demon, but it was some kind of like fucking weird monster creature. And we had finally found a town. And we noticed that there were orcs outside of the town. And I was like, all right, that's weird. Because, you know, we all knew. Well, we knew that we had like a very basic idea and understanding of what was going on with the whole invasion and everything, but we didn't know exactly what was happening. So I'm like, all right, how big is the force here? How much, like, can we take this city? Because I was feeling a little bit full of myself at the time. God damn it, cat. No. Give me 1 second. No, not from there. Nope. He has gotten into the habit of trying to jump up and sit on that box. That box is not it is not a stationary thing. Are you gonna come back over immediately again, huh? Is that what you're gonna do? So anyway, I figured that the best way to discern how strong of a force was here in this town was to basically kick the beehive and see how many bees came out. So I shot the guard. I shot one of the guards in front and rolled a crit and killed him in one hit, which I felt really good about. It was night, and I am a drow. And I had made a deal with my GM to give me all of the drow noble spells without like the increased ability score bonuses and the spell resistance and all that stuff. So I was able to cast like darkness at will, levitation at will, like all of this shit. This character was like OP as shit. Which was one of the reasons that I felt very, very sure of myself and my ability to survive this particular encounter. Because like the plan was, I kill one of the guards, other guard goes and gets help. We see how many people come out. I cast darkness around us and I levitate us up into the fucking air where they wouldn't be able to see us. So the other guard calls for help, and a fucking giant comes out. a fucking big, I think it was like a hill giant comes out of this fucking town, as well as like, I think later on my GM told me he was like a level 2 sorcerer or something. And the level 2 sorcerer has a wand of sleep, and he hits my drow character with the sleep wand, and I roll a nat 1 on my save and fall asleep. Because I was level 4 at the time. The max level that you could be and still be affected by the sleep spell. And so I am asleep now, meaning my party can no longer just be levitated into the air, because that was, you know... Yes, Afro, they are. If everybody involved remembers that they are. We did not. So that was my first, that was actually my first ever tabletop death. And it was because we forgot that I was immune to sleep. Yeah, I didn't realize that until like a month later or something like that. And I went to my GM, like, hey, remember how we did this thing? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, hey, remember how I'm a drow? He's like, yeah. Like, hey, remember how drow are immune to sleep magic? He's like, oh. And I'm like, oh. He was a hyper edgelord character though, and I'm not overly sad that he died. Um, but yeah, that is one of my 2 tabletop deaths ever. I have had so many characters, and I've only ever had 2 of them die. And that was one of them. Yep, level 2 sorcerer with... Oh, okay, to be fair, it was the troll that... Or the giant that killed me. I think he just, like, fucking stepped on me as he ran after the rest of the party, because after they, after my party member and the demon fucking saw me go down, they're like, oh shit, and they just started running. um... And the fucking giant just stomped me to death, as he ran after him. I think he fucking pegged the other guy with a thrown rock that killed him. The demon, I think, got out, actually. Oh, it was a TPK for sure. They were not out. They were not going to outrun that giant. He had a higher speed than they did. I think he was playing a full martial class, so he didn't have any magic to save him. The demon was able to get away, like I said, but that was like an NPC character that I had recruited. It wasn't actually a party member. So the 2 actual party members both died. I got stomped and he got fucking a boulder smashed into his face from like 50 yards away. But yeah, that was my first ever TPK. Was that? I've only ever had 2. I've had 2 character deaths and both of them were TPKs. Also, that was Camelia. That was Camelia's build. Middling. It will definitely get the job done, but it could also definitely be a lot better. So that TPK I'm not overly upset about, despite the fact that it only happened because we forgot a mechanic. I am still a bit salty about the other one though. That was, funnily enough, another necromancer, but this one wasn't evil. This one was just very hyper pragmatic. Oh, 1,000 times better. Yes. The MC Shaman is just shit. Cam is okay, I will say. But yeah, my other TPK, So the campaign was like, it was kind of like a tower defense kind of thing. We had a thing that we had to protect at all costs, and there were just waves of enemies that would come at us every once in a while. And then we would have time to like build up and build traps and increase defenses and stuff like that. Um and at this point, and my character, his name was Folly. Um Based around a character in a I think it's Jim Butcher. I think Jim Butcher made that character. But I kind of took the base idea from Jim Butcher, not Dresden Files. It's another, I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to look it up later. Another one of his book series that I think only has one book in it so far. But anyway, I really like the character of Folly, and I kind of converted it into a Pathfinder character. Um, I made some changes, I made some adjustments because I'm a power gamer and I can't fucking help it. Um, so Folly in the book is female, but we like, I don't really like playing females in tabletop. It makes me feel weird. So we kind of gender bent Folly into a male. Also aged them up a lot. Folly in the book is like late teens, early 20s, I think. Um, but me being the power gaming little shit that I am, I wanted the bonuses to intelligence, wisdom, and charisma that you get from the age categories in Pathfinder. So we maxed out his age, basically. I think he was like 70 something. So he had like a +6. Or no, I think it was a +3 to his mental stats and a -6 to his physical. Um min-maxing. Min-maxing. Fucking going full on glass cannon build. Um Never taking the age stats again. So the fun thing is that I eventually got the cloak that undoes the physical penalties for aging. So I got that +6 back eventually. We got up to level 8. Um I had a Cyclops bleeding skeleton. If you know what the bleeding skeletons are, they are absolutely fucking busted. Especially the way that we were playing with them, because again, we misunderstood one of the mechanics. But that actually did not come into play into the TPK. I also had a golem that I had built. That was another minion of mine. I was definitely going a very strong like minion kind of thing. And the GM couldn't deal with it. He sent a bull against us. I remind you that we are level 8s. And he sent a bull against us. Here, let's actually let me just show you this real. So this is what he sent after us. This is not what killed us. This is the thing that he sent after us before he killed us. And I would like to bring your attention to this number right here. We beat it because it couldn't get into the tower. So like the thing that we were dealing with, like the thing that we were protecting, we had built up a tower around it. And basically we allowed my zombies to just pummel this thing to death. While I fucking launched magic missile from inside. Um uh Yeah. So like all of this stuff didn't really help it get through to us. Well, hello, Shelby. Um, yeah, we were able to just beat it down because I had I said I had a Cyclops skeleton with fucking fast healing. Um, and let's, oh, fucking Christ, what was it? I can't remember what kind it was. Is it a blood hag? I think it was a blood hag. Yeah. The thing that finally killed us was a blood hag. And it was actually 3 of them. He sent 3 blood hags after us. This one right here. So we were able to beat this because it's colossal. It couldn't fit into the tower. The only way that it could beat us is if it broke down the tower, which it actually broke a hole into it. Like 2 rounds before it died. It was actually able to break in, but we were able to kill it before it could do any real damage. Now, you might say, oh, this is only an 8. That was a 17. Obviously, this is not going to be nearly as much of a problem. Problem is this right here. This, nope, not the support the archives. This right here. This right here is what killed us. Because we were in a tower. We had to protect a thing. Meaning, we couldn't just run. Because if we just ran, they would just destroy the thing that we needed to protect. And, like, that thing was the only thing that was, like, holding the planet together, basically. So if we lost that, the world dies. So we couldn't. We couldn't just let them have it. So we had to stay in the tower. The tower was only so big. And he sent 3 of these things after us. And all he did was assume fiery form. And then... where's that? Where's that? Where's that? It's... Wait, give me 1 second. This fire trade's fly speed is 60 feet, becomes immune to fire. Emits light as a torch, loses her melee strikes, can't drain blood, deals 3d10 fire damage. DC 26 basic reflex save to each creature that touches her. Creature that succeeds at a melee strike against her. Oh, shit. This is actually another death that shouldn't have happened. Potentially. Because my GM had them do this twice each. So yeah, what happened was they basically flew in through the window on like the 2nd or 3rd floor of the tower and immediately exploded, doing 9d6 to everybody in the room. The only reason that Folly survived is because I made damn sure that I was on the opposite end of the room from them. Folly was a very intelligent person and basically nailed every single knowledge roll that that came against them. So I knew what these were. I knew what they could do. I told everybody what they could do. Unfortunately, the rest of the party was like melee fighters. So they got fucking burnt the fuck up. Because none of them could hit that 26 reflex save. And unfortunately, my zombie was outside of the tower, so the zombie could not help us. Or, I'm sorry, the skeleton could not help us because it was outside of the tower and it was too big to get inside. The golem was inside, but the golem could only do so much before they did this. So So yeah, the GM basically just had them fly into the tower, explode once, doing 96 fire damage to everybody, and then had them basically do it again like 4 rounds later or something like that. Um, yeah, that's how Folly died. Is just got exploded multiple times when it shouldn't have actually been possible. That one I was actually really salty about because I actually really liked Folly. I like playing Folly, and the GM later confirmed that they were just tired of that particular campaign and wanted to do a different one. So I got a bit vindictive, and in the next campaign, which was an evil campaign where we played as a coven of witches, I played as a seductress witch. Her name was Lara or Lana. Laura or Lana? Can't remember. Anyway, I think I've talked about the house rules about rolling up stats in my friend group, where say you're rolling 3d6. If you roll a 17 or an 18, you can roll another d6 and add it on. And if you roll a 6, you can roll, basically, as long as you keep rolling sixes after that and keep adding them to it. Because of that, Laura had a 30 plus charisma to start. Um, I got insanely lucky. Uh, it was really broken. Um, and so I basically just went around seducing everybody and making the GM fucking go into detail about what we were doing just to make him incredibly uncomfortable because I was a spiteful fuck. um I actually really like playing that. I ended up leaving that campaign because um I was looking for a more role play style, and the rest of the party wanted to go on a murder spree all the time. So the play styles just weren't meshing, so I ended up leaving that party. Um is that what that's called, explosive dice? I've never actually heard of a term. Recently started playing with a new group in college, and they use something they call exploding dice, where when rolling for damage, you roll the maximum on a die, roll it again, and add the new die to the old one. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, yep. Okay, I didn't know that that was actually a I didn't know that that was actually a term. That's good to know. I'll start using that. But yeah, exploding dice on stats kind of broken. I've had a couple of barbarian characters that end up with 25 to 30 strength at level 1. It's really nice. um I love rolling for attributes. I fucking love it. Um One of my favorite people to role play was a druid that had a 5 charisma. Might be a green hag, maybe. This is also Pathfinder, and isn't Baldur's Gate based on D&D? Um, but yeah, I loved playing that guy. He was so much fun. His name was Xander. Um, 5e base, yeah. So they might have a completely different set of hags. Um, yeah, he had a 5 charisma. So he was incredibly blunt, kind of a dick. Um, because he basically grew up in the forest. I think he was a ranger, not a druid. I think I might have respect him into druid, but he started off as a ranger, and then I respect him into druid. Yeah, that's what happened. Um, he was a Saurian shaman, is what he was. It was a lot of fun playing that guy. He had a ankylosaurus as a pet. Um, he's just a complete asshole to anyone beneath him. Well, like my guy, he was just very, very blunt. He didn't bother sugarcoating anything. And he was just incredibly honest, like sometimes to a fault. There was a point where apparently one of the party members that I was playing with had some kind of bounty on his head, and a group of assassins or bounty hunters came after them in town at one point, and we killed them. And then right after we killed them, the guards found us because the GM was like, y'all just exploded a fireball in town. I'm gonna roll to see if anybody important heard it. And he's like, fuck. Yeah, I just rolled that the fucking guard captain of the entire town heard you. So, like, this big procession of guards and the guard captain just fucking rolls up on us. The rest of the party bolts. After they... So, okay, wait. So, the guards pull up. Part of the party bolts. And the guards ask me, what happened? They asked me if I killed the guy. I literally told them, you can tell that I didn't kill him because he doesn't have an arrow in his throat. They're like, oh, really? And I'm like, yeah, but don't worry. I would have killed him if my buddy had, and he exploded him before I got a chance to shoot him. Or it was something along those lines. He basically just admitted to wanting to kill the person and just, you know, missed out because he rolled lower on initiative. And I went to jail for it. I ended up getting out of jail again very, very quickly after that because it was proven that they were fucking assassins. But yeah, I liked playing as Xander. He was a lot of fun. Plus, I liked having the Ankylosaurus animal companion. That was a lot of fun too. Tabletop RPGs are fun. Guys, if you haven't played D&D or Pathfinder on tabletop, do it. It's a lot of fun. Find you a party. Do it. I haven't done it in way too long. I need to find something soonish. I've been invited to a couple. It's just really hard to do it with my schedule. The overnight thing just makes things really, really difficult to schedule with people. Like, on the 1st is my niece's 3rd birthday. Or at least that's when they're doing the party. And I'm like, what time are you guys doing it? They're like, well, we're eating at 4 in the afternoon. And I'm like, I'm not gonna make it to food. It's like my alarm usually goes off at 5. So they're wanting to eat an hour before I even wake up, usually. They live like an hour away. So I'd have to leave at 3, which is now 2 hours before I wake up. But I would also have to, you know, wake up and get ready. So suddenly I'm having to wake up like 2.5, 3 hours before I normally do to get up there to eat with them. And I'm like, I'm just... And even if I do all that, I'm not going to be hungry. Like, I know anytime I wake up super, super early, my stomach's like, what the fuck are you doing? And just, like, refuses to let me eat anything. It's fucking hard. Overnights. I like overnights a lot. That's, like, the one major downside is just fucking scheduling anything with anyone. It's impossible. Yeah. Speaking of overnights, I need to go and get ready for work. It is now 9 o'clock. Hopefully by next week I will have figured out some way to start building up the AT-AT walker. I have an idea of how to do it. It would not have worked tonight because I would basically have to set something up in my living room, not in here in the bedroom. Because I need a bigger workspace than what I have on my desk here. The desk is just too crowded, has too many things on it. But that's for next week. Tomorrow, we're going to be playing more God of War. And then on Friday... Actually, no. We're not skipping Thursday this week. So on Saturday, I said that I was going to do a bonus stream over this past weekend. Finishing up the Magnemite run. I'm going to be doing that on Thursday. So we're going to have a bonus stream on Thursday where I finish up the Magnemite run. And then on Friday, we are going to do a thing. Words. We're going to be starting a new Pokemon on Friday. So Thursday, we will stream until I finish the Elite Four with Magnemite. Friday, we will start a brand new Pokemon. And then on Saturday, will be more Baldur's Gate. Yeah, that's the plan for the rest of the week. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out and watching. Appreciate y'all as always. And as always, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Hope you all have a good evening. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.